Welcome to Tripp's Table Talk episode 3. Today we're going to be talking about life after high school, just kind of be having a good conversation, going to kind of laugh a little bit, have a good time. We're going to talk about a few different things like teachers who impacted us, school versus work, school versus college. Was high school easier? Was high school better? Do we miss it at all? Different things like that, and overall just kind of having a good conversation. We don't have much planned. We're just kind of going to let it go. So if you guys want to kind of go right ahead and introduce yourselves.
All right. My name is Brady Novatter. Work at Fisher Popcorn, making and selling popcorn.
Fisher's popcorn.
There we go. That's it.
Popcorn man.
Popcorn man.
My name is Joey Trailer. You guys have seen me before. I work at Short Distributors and I'm a salesman and I like to sell things.
My name's Kylie. I'm still in college and I'm excited for this podcast.
She just skipped me. Shoot, no, that's funny. Anyway, obviously my name's Landon Tripp. I like filming videos like this and just kind of, this one's going to be more laid back, kind of have a good time, but overall I just like to impact people's lives, so here we go. First question is going to be basically just, do you miss high school at all?
No, not at all.
So, okay. That's a very straightforward answer.
Not to.
Hey, at least you're honest. So.
Yeah.
Go right ahead. Elaborate on that a little bit, Brady.
The only thing I would say I would miss would be the teachers, but I wouldn't count that as totally missing it.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, if I did,
what did you not like about it though?
I guess just being there at a certain time. I mean, I feel like we all be that way, but
Too early in the morning for you?
sometimes I'm like, boom, I'm ready, but
Other
sometimes
days,
it's like crank it back a little. But if I miss you, I'll be talking to you. If I don't have your number, I'll find your Instagram. So there's that.
Oh.
Pretty straightforward.
That's scary.
You know, you guys just look name up. So. You know, like I'm stalking people. Jeez.
Anyhow, I do and don't miss high school. I miss being able to see, your 20 friends every day. Hey man,
He
sorry.
counts his friends.
No, I'm just giving a broad number.
No, you're good. That's on me. I'm
Not
sorry.
everybody is 15.
Yeah, sorry I don't have 100 friends now.
It
Continue.
doesn't have them names. Sorry.
I miss the ability to see all your friends and, have fun times with your teachers, enjoying, living young just in school. I don't miss the structure. I don't miss the assignments. I don't miss the homework. And
I'm gonna agree with Joey here. I definitely miss the friends and like the social setting of it, because high school you kind of had friends handed to you. If you didn't have friends, honestly, it was your fault. So I mean, you were in this environment for 8 hours a day.
You gotta find somebody to talk to.
Yeah. So
yeah.
even if you was on the bus, so I miss the social setting of just being in classrooms and being able to have a good time and build relationships that way. Because obviously you leave with some friends that were only in high school, but also you leave with life-lasting friendships. So what I don't miss though is, like you said, the structure of the time, because I'm so big on being productive outside of high school. So was I productive outside of like when I was in high school, but like when I wasn't in those walls? Yeah, absolutely. But I feel like my productivity and everything I do is multiplied. Like now I can actually film these videos and do this type of stuff. I want to say more of a full-time way.
On your own accord.
Than what I could do when I was in high school. It was like, oh, I have school, I have homework, I have assignments, right? But now, like, yeah, I'm in college, but I don't have to go to a certain building at a certain time.
And most of that you can do online, right? Mm-hmm. All that.
Most of it, literally like 90% of my work is online. So it's like, it gives me so much more free time. So I agree. I didn't really like that. You got to be here 5 days a week from this time to this time, or you fail because you weren't here. Like.
Do you have to be at the school at a certain time, or is it?
Actually, it was crazy considering like my schedule was made in July because of my whole school closing down and everything. I literally go Monday night from 5:30 to like 7:30, which is not bad at all.
No,
Tuesday morning from 9 to like 10, and that's optional. So literally, I barely go.
Oh yeah, that's pretty
Understandable. It's optional, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I definitely miss, like you said, like the friends and like the groups and the support system that you have in high school. But I don't miss the coddling, for lack of a better word, the coddling that the teachers and like the administration had. I just feel like they were always so hands-on and like they would tell you when and how to do certain things. And then like once you get into the real world and like you're working, or whether you're going into the service or college, it's kind of like you're on your own and you have to like figure out those steps at your own pace, like on your own time. So I just feel like if there was a way for high school to prepare you for that, then I feel like we would all be better off in the end. So I think that was definitely an adjustment I had to make.
Oh yeah, I agree with 100%. Because like realistically, everything was spoon-fed to you. I mean, if you sat down and you didn't know something, you'd give it 2-3 tries and the teacher would just give you the answer. in the real world, at my job, I can't just look at my boss and get the answer. I gotta figure it out myself.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot harder, but it's a lot different than being in school when you would just be given the answers and like your hand was held the entire time.
Absolutely.
That's how I.
And it was only for a grade on a paper.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That did nothing for you later.
Yeah. So now we're gonna kind of talk about if there was a teacher. I knew you, Braden, you talked about this right in the beginning. Impactful teachers. Was there anybody specifically, multiple teachers that had really left an impact on you?
I would say Mr. Winky, the 12th grade English teacher for us.
He was a good.
He was
Yeah.
he was first or second. He was up there with Mr. Bozer.
Oh yeah.
Bowser, man. Shout out to him, man. That's my guy right
One
there.
of the better ones.
Good.
And then Mr. Wood, the plant science teacher. I had him in middle school, and then he moved up, and then I finally called him in 10th grade, and I've had him from 10th to 12th, and he was top 3 at least. They were all up there. They're all in it.
My top two favorite, my three greatest all-time teachers. Mr. LeBarc, who was my
Alright, have fun.
biomedical science teacher from 9th grade to 10th grade. Ms. Hume, who was my biomedical science teacher from 11th grade to 12th grade. And then Mr. Balzer, my math dude.
Everybody loves Bowser.
Yeah.
If you didn't, you just had a problem with Bowser for no reason.
Yeah, it was your fault.
He was my physics teacher in 9th grade, and then he became
Yeah.
a math teacher. He didn't like science no more.
I had Mrs. Winky for physics.
She was great. I loved her.
I had
I'm
a.
She was so sweet.
She was nice.
So, I'm a no
she
comment.
was.
She truly.
She-
like,
she's up
wanted-
there.
Yeah.
She was nice and all, but I just couldn't understand physics. It was not.
Yeah, I didn't
it
get
was not my thing.
I mean, physics might not be your thing, but she was a great teacher.
She was a good person. She was a good
she
teacher,
was
but I
And
just-
she was so like chill.
Yeah.
She was like just do
She was
your work.
very down to earth. She was one of those,
100%.
yeah.
If we had COVID online for that year, so I guess that probably didn't.
Yeah,
help
well, I
situation.
take physics again senior year because I had her as well. And
Oh, did you fail it or something?
No.
Oh, you just
I
took
had
it in?
honors physics in 9th grade, and I had to take it again. So,
How's that?
Mine was a filler. I needed a.
Yeah,
I needed a
exactly.
fourth class,
It was
so I
a
just
filler,
filled it
yeah.
with that.
I did not do that.
Bro,
I just took
had no
culinary and
choice.
got Royce to cook my food for me.
This guy,
So-
the little housewife.
yeah, bro.
Oh my god. Little housewife, and you're both the same height. Aren't you?
Yeah.
I think Royce
Also-
is taller.
No, he's not, bro. Don't get me sad about my height. Anyway, my impactful teacher would also be Bozer. That dude did a lot for me, and not even just like math, like just real life conversation,
Yeah.
talking about just stuff outside of school. He was always there for. Like I would go to his room, not really at lunch, but like just when
you're
there was
free.
nobody in there. You know what I mean?
I
Yeah.
go to Balzer's on his planning period in 4th period
Yeah.
in chemistry.
Yes.
Mr. Fitzcoy.
Gosh, I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
man.
That wasn't even class.
Fitzcoy was a stud.
Me and Sean would walk in and be like, "Hey, Boz."
Yeah, me and
This
Bozer-
was chemistry wasn't even a class really though.
No.
You just had to show up and
Dude.
have your attendance taken.
I think last
Yeah.
week of school, me and Sean probably did about 20 of those assignments
In one class.
in one class period.
Copy and paste them into Google.
Yeah.
Which is not saying that I did that.
No. Hypothetically.
Wait, they can't take back my diploma,
yeah,
can they?
Yo, it's in my room now, bro. They ain't getting that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't touched that thing since I got it.
Nah.
Mine has dust on it already,
I don't
bro.
even know about that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, mine's a coaster in my room.
A coaster.
It's probably about as good as it
4
is.
years for a
That's all
coaster.
you need it
dude.
for.
Yeah, exactly.
I will say, dude, graduation night was kind of dope though.
Yeah.
I will say,
It was nice.
I will say this was crazy. The top, like I was in the top 10, but dude, if you were not in top 10, you were treated like a peasant.
Yeah.
Like,
You kinda
it was-
rolled that
Like,
break.
bro, it was like,
will say
it
that
was
is kinda
like,
true.
it was like black and white sheet difference, bro.
Presenting the top 10 of the 2024 graduating class.
Who was
Then-
the
here's
who was the
everybody
10th
else.
person? Who was the 10th
Alyssa, I'm
person?
pretty sure. I was doing this the other day with somebody. Hold on, and I had 9 of us. And I couldn't think. It was Chelsea was 1, Caleb was 2, I was 3, Uriella was 4, Ryan Jones was 5. I think Jessica Price was 6, Zaneb was 7 or 8.
Okay.
So let me go like that.
Hastings.
David Hastings was I think 8. I think Zaneb was 7. Alyssa was 10.
And then they went from Alyssa, and then they were like, all right, then here's the regular people. Boom.
Yeah, and then it
And
was.
whoever it was
And
after
like
that.
after every practice and everything we did, top 10 get over here, and I was like, all right, I guess I'll just make my king entrance.
Yeah, bro, Miss Giles is treating y'all like the kings of France, bro. Top 10, step over here. Everybody else, Get over there.
Get in line for the guillotine.
It was funny because like something like Ashton, bro, who was literally in all of our classes, like was always in honors, just happened to fall to 13 because of one grade, one class messed it up,
Wow.
and
I bet
he
he was
literally got,
100%.
and like they would be like, nope, over there, and they would just treat it like you just be talking to us like we talked for the last 12 years.
Yeah, and I had all the feels on graduation night. It was like 1 minute I was excited, the next minute I was sad, and it was just.
Well, it was
I felt
funny.
everything,
I mean,
honestly.
yeah.
It was funny whenever they like we were supposed to walk out in the line, and and I mean I was walking in my line. I was in top 10. I wasn't selling, bro. But like everybody else started running that way, and then they were like, "Guys, get in the line! Get in the line!"
I remember like we like turned our tassels, and like some people were throwing their caps, and you weren't.
No,
supposed to.
dude,
And we all started
wait.
running
Did y'all
and
remember
hugging each
that? I
other.
read that. I forgot about that. That was like my senior moment.
Oh,
no
man.
joke. It was at
This
graduation.
guy
Bro, this was my moment, bro. I remember we were going to flip it. Oh, I'm really gonna flip my hat. We were going to flip it, and everybody around, like as Tholia was doing it, everybody around me was like, "Bro, are we throwing?" I was like, "Of course we're throwing it." Like they were asking me.
Come on.
So we go like this, whatever. You may like not move your tassel, and then we go. And they go, and I like took mine off my head and went to throw it, and nobody was like doing it. And then everybody looked around and was like, "Are we throwing it?" And I said, "Yeah, of course we're throwing it." So I like looked at people behind me and went 3, 2, 1 and counted, and we all threw it. And I felt like
And then they start counting for us. Whoever was doing it.
no, because they didn't want us to throw.
Yeah, we weren't supposed to because I had mine bobby pin, so it
I was
wasn't
throwing
on my
mine.
head, and I was trying to get the
I was
bobby
throwing
pins out
mine.
the throat. Like, can you come off?
All the movie scenes I've seen, like I don't throw
Bro,
it.
like
Like,
3 people near me had theirs on the wrong side already. And I was looking, and I was like,
we weren't supposed to
I was
have
like,
our phones, and I literally videoed it, like videoing myself turning it, and I'm like, all right, put my.
I don't think
phone
anybody
down.
gave their phones up or put it in their car. I thought
No,
everybody
I gave
had
up my
it.
I'm not gonna lie, I left mine. in
I
my
should have
car.
had my son.
I wanted to enjoy the moment.
It was the
Yeah.
one.
I was more concerned about enjoying the moment. I didn't need to film. My parents were filming.
I just
I
wanted
was
that
sitting there on
because like no
Instagram
one
Reels,
got
bro.
that point of view of me
That's
being
terrible.
on the field.
Yeah.
So I just wanted that.
The only thing I had that was not good that night was since I was top 10, they called us first, obviously. So you go up there, you don't get no time to like look out and see everybody else and enjoy the setting because I was third. So it was like Chelsea Littleton, Caleb Morat, Landon Tripp, and it was like I didn't even get no time to like.
Yeah.
I didn't get no
Yeah,
time
bro.
to like stand and like even standing in the line before I like got called. I was third, so like I didn't get no time to like.
yeah, take it in.
Did anybody else go to any other graduation besides ours?
No.
No.
Joe, you went to your girlfriend's,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Where did you go?
Sussex Central.
That's where I went. Well, they had 2 or 3. Did they have one graduation for one day, or was it a different
I
time?
think it was this one.
Tell me why they got through like 300 or some ridiculous amount of students in half the time that we did.
Yeah.
It was, and they were taking their time for calling names too.
and
They
that
were
day,
getting through it.
That day was scorching hot.
It
And
was
ours
hot
at
as-
nighttime.
yeah.
I mean, I was chilling, but I was in the back of the line, bro. My last name's Trailer. Come on, I'm at the very end.
Yeah,
I'm
you
sitting
are.
there. I forget who was to my left and I forget who was to my right. I think I had like Brett Roach in front of me, and he was just like making the funniest jokes. I was dying the whole time.
I would say I really enjoyed when everybody would go up on stage. Everybody was saying nicknames. They were clapping. Like our
Yeah.
whole class
Yeah.
came together right then.
Oh, yeah.
The one time, yeah.
The funniest thing to me though was when Ryan went up there and everybody was screaming "Big Stick."
Yeah.
That award was so funny. That was my favorite part about Caleb's speech at the end when he was like shouting his friends out. He was like, everybody has their gifts, whether it was music composition, which was for Sean, public speaking, which was mine, or you hit baseballs out of the park with a big stick, that was Ryan.
Yeah.
So that part of the speech was good.
His speech actually made me tear up.
Yeah,
I was sitting there
I was laughing. I was like,
wow.
you killed that.
Yeah. I think after I walked the stage, I just kind of sat there. I'm like, man, like this is real. Like, did it hit you guys at any
Yes.
point?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it hit me at like the very end. I was kind of just like,
I remember when
Wow.
we were standing up because we had to stand up to turn your tassels, and I remember standing up. And I remember like I took like 2 seconds to look around because I was like, this is like the last time I'm gonna see everyone together. And I don't know, it hit me in a certain way. I was just like,
yeah,
man,
I kind of
this
just
is-
got like chills.
Yeah, I was like,
I remember
wow.
looking-
Yeah.
I was looking at the class of like I think it was 1980 that was there to like observe us, and honestly my first thought was, wow, that's gonna be me.
That's gonna be
Yeah.
however many years.
Dude,
Like it's just a hit. Just a punch in the
you're hitting me right
Like-
now.
Like, wow. This is it.
Wow.
I remember, it didn't overly hit me, but I think part of it was because I knew I had surgery on Monday. So I think that was my concern was
Yeah.
graduation, let's go to Ashton's, have a good time that night, surgery. So like,
Very
but
true.
now that y'all are talking about it, it's like, dang, bro, like I missed
Now.
that. Like, take me back, bro.
Yeah, I think because like I walked out and I took pictures with my dad, my aunt, my cousin, And then I walked back to my car because I was parked like where the buses were parked, and I was waiting for for CJ to come up because he was doing pictures of his family and all that. And me and him talked for like an hour, I think, in the back of the parking lot.
It's easy to talk that night, no matter
Oh,
who
yeah.
you talk to, dude.
And then Mr. Jones was walking by, and he was like, "You kids get home safe now." He's like, "Don't be driving like damn idiots." And I was like, "Yes, sir, Mr. Jones. Yes, sir." And then Braden comes over. I mean, it was just fun. I mean, like, we were back there.
Did you walk around the building or no?
Nah, did you?
I walked through the middle school side and I caught Bradley. No, it was I think it was Angel. I got pictures with Scott and it was Angel Rivera. We both got pictures with Scott.
I will say, I
He's
didn't
like the most random guy. We're
Dude,
like,
they kicked us off the field so fast.
Yeah,
I know,
they
but
did.
I was with Bozler, I was with Caleb, David, me, Isaiah. We were all taking pictures like it was like a group picture, and they were like kicking us off the field. And I was like, bro, like what?
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I think as soon as like they closed to leave, I think I walked out of the stadium first.
Really?
Like
I was like last.
bro.
I was gonna say, I was taking
in
my
go
time.
mode.
I wanted to like soak it all in.
Oh, I didn't care.
I think I got a picture with you, and then I got a
Wyatt.
picture with my girlfriend, and then a couple other people, and I was like, "This is it. We're done."
Yeah.
I think I walked up, grabbed my sign, and just walked to my car.
This
It kind
probably
of
one
felt
of the last
weird,
times.
you know, because I feel like a lot of us had like a plan or like an idea of what we wanted to do,
Yeah.
but it was like, you know, we still have a couple months until then, so it's kind of like, what do we do now? You know, everyone's still in school, so it's like,
Dude, I think the last couple of months going to sleep was tough for me anyway. I remember trying to go to sleep the last couple of months, and I was like, dude, in a couple months, like this is it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna see none of y'all anymore. Like,
I think-
everyone's gonna go do whatever the heck they want to do.
And like
Everywhere, anywhere.
11th grade, I think like near like the end of 11th grade, I was like, wow, next year's my senior year. I've been thinking about this since I was in 2nd grade.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, I
I just
can't
want to
believe.
graduate.
I
Get out
was-
of
Yeah, I
here.
was like, I can't believe it finally happened. And then senior year comes along, and I'm like, this year's gonna be so drawn out and so long. Boom, Christmas. Boom, March. Boom. All right, you guys ready to graduate?
Before
You got,
graduation.
you got your
all the practices.
cap and gowns, this and that. You applying for all your colleges. Apply. And I'm just like,
yeah.
well, where'd the school year go?
Yeah, no, senior year was fast.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that night was kind of surreal. I mean, parts of it hit me, parts of it didn't. But I mean, it's kind of crazy to think now that the seniors now are like about to go on Thanksgiving break in a week or two. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A couple
Yeah,
weeks.
that's
I
crazy
think.
to think about. Yeah.
Yeah. But now it's kind of moving to this school versus work, school versus our high school. Okay, high school versus work, high school versus college.
Because we still have some people here trying to go to college, respectfully.
Of course.
Thanks,
Good on y'all.
thanks, I
Good on
appreciate
y'all.
it. Let me just take my moment of props.
None for college, just leave her out the dark.
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'll let you guys go first. High school versus work. Just share anything, stress, mental health on that. Anything.
I feel like work can be more stressful at times, but if you're with the right crew or the right people you work with, it doesn't really feel like working. You're just there hanging out with friends. If there are all the right people. Because
Yeah.
sometimes you don't get the right people in the crew or
It's
the
all
right
about your
people in the
environment.
setting. Yeah. In the
Yeah.
environment.
Like I think like stress wise, like it's a different type of stress, like work
Yeah.
is, because
You're not
like
trying
you're
to
not
cram in a
handling-
certain amount of work.
Yeah,
at a
no,
certain
it's
time.
like it's figuring out how to order this, if I can still order it, or if it's still in stock. You know, like
Or they
the
still make it or whatever.
really annoying things that are, you know, really stressful. But I think if I try to compare it with school, I mean, there's not, you know, it's just a whole nother like.
It's a whole different
ballgame.
ballpark. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a whole different
exactly,
ballgame.
But I feel like both were stressful and both had their own challenges and their own benefits. I mean,
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a server, so you want to talk about
Same thing every day.
stress on the work. Honestly, that I can see where you would say it's the same thing every day, but there's always something different that you've never seen before.
Exactly,
In a
yeah.
restaurant.
It's never the same
So
thing, whatever
now-
job it is.
So I'd say the stress of being a server, I would say do not at a busy restaurant. Obviously, I'm at Roadhouse in Seaford, so it's like that's the busiest restaurant in Seaford
Yeah.
by far. So there's definitely a lot of stress in an environment like that, which is where you're obviously going to make your good money because you're at a busy place like that.
yeah.
But it just there's so much. The reason I chose there specifically before I was serving, I was a host, was because of how busy it was. The social skills you're going to learn, right? The pressure you're going to be put under.
Yes.
Literally reasonings. That's why I chose that place. And now, obviously, I'm talking in front of a camera, but more than just that, I'm speaking to people in public, right? You're having conversations. You know how to have like uncomfortable conversations, quote
Yes,
unquote. Because
yeah.
being a server is not the easiest thing. People ask you random questions, dude, and then it's like, oh shoot, you messed something up. Now you're in this kitchen where people are screaming, hollering, all sorts of stuff's going on. So it's like,
I can relate to those random questions because I work a counter sales job, and I basically run a store.
The people call in, just have the most random off the wall question.
Dude, I'll get calls about people. Hey, do you know what size copper fitting fits on the top of a water bottle like this? My wife wants to make tiki torches with copper and water bottles. Dude, I don't know.
Oh, how would I know that? I'm up here in the counter, not out
I can
back.
sell you
I'm gonna call and ask a question like that.
Like, I mean, it's just like, or people calling like technical things about HVAC, and I'm like, I don't know, you have to call.
Hold on, let me transfer you to somebody.
Exactly, like the people that, or I'll get. It's just a lot of dumb calls.
Mm-hmm.
Like some dude called me from Motor Mounts. This is not the boulevard across the street.
Might have to call you from Motor Mount, come on.
I ain't got no Motor Mounts, but I can sell you an inducer assembly. I mean,
I don't know what that's gonna do for me, but alright.
not Jack.
Alright, there we go.
But it's a lot of tedious stuff, or just sometimes it's just dumb.
you think your mental health was better in school, or is it better now?
I think it's
I
better.
feel like it could come and go.
Yeah.
Depending on the day.
No matter where you're at.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like overall it's a little better because like with work, it's like I have a set schedule. I come in and leave, but I can take any time throughout the day to get what I need to be get done.
Mhm.
Like
I
make
can take a
orders.
day off whenever I want.
Or not really, but like you
Well, put
work
it
till
in a,
like bust your butt till noon, and then you can take
yeah.
a siesta until 4 or whatever.
Right.
But it's
You have more control over your time.
exactly and like with school, it's like you had like that constricting time frame. Like you had your 55-minute class, your 45-minute class, your hour and 15-minute class. Then you had lunch. Then you had to go back to another class. And it's just like, you're stressful. Like, oh, I have 4 assignments in my science. I have 2 in my English. I gotta do this essay. I gotta write this book. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. And it's all due by Friday. Like that's pretty.
And then you wake up Monday and do it again.
Yeah, exactly. It's.
I mean, I feel like college is like the same way in a sense with like the due dates, but I feel like it's not as stressful as high school just because it's kind of like you do it at your own pace, you know? So unless, you fall behind or you're just not trying or you don't care, like, then it can become stressful. But I feel like if you keep a good pace and like you're actually like motivated to do it, like that's the big thing is like being motivated, then I think you'll be fine, honestly.
Dude, I think the hardest part about being in mental health in school was not even the assignments, dude. It was just the relationships, bro. Because, like, if you had beef with somebody, bro.
Oh my god, you had to see
Bro,
it every
You have
day.
to keep it like the entire
Or, like, you and your girl broke up, bro. It's like, oh,
Everybody
shoot.
knows.
Like, now I gotta go to class and I can't be weird. Like, this is what I be stressing about. Like, shoot, they're beefing. I can't talk to them. Like,
Or it's like somebody that just got in a fight and you see him 3 times out there, just like, wow, dude.
Can't talk to you guys.
like I can't be associated with them,
Yeah.
bro.
Or like, it's. I know exactly what
Yeah,
you
Yes.
mean.
God, the fights kind of died down senior year.
Yeah, I was kind of sad about that.
Yeah.
Bro, there was no entertainment like after like Christmas.
Well, I mean, we weren't there long enough. We left at 11 something every day. Like,
Most of the
Yeah.
time the
we
fight
didn't really
started
have
at
time to
lunch.
fight at
No.
that early in the morning.
We had 2 classes and I was gone.
Some people left after one class and didn't care about the second one. It was gone.
Most didn't even show up.
Senioritis,
bro.
bro, at its finest.
Or you show up like halfway through the day and you only got one class anyway. You show up at 10 and your class starts at
I will say, bro, our 2-hour delay days were low-key key.
What?
What?
Our 2-hour delay days.
Those were just weird.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. I didn't like that. It just
I
threw everything off.
The time didn't really
There
change.
wasn't a
It threw
point
the whole
for us
day
to
off.
come in.
For real, bro. Well, I was
Because
in
we
one
didn't
class.
stay later, did we? We still
No, we
left.
did. No,
We did?
We stayed like I think like 30 minutes.
No, because I remember my advisory teacher was bugging, dude. It was like the first day
Oh,
this happened.
Jill Lynch.
Yes.
Yeah, we had Jill. Yeah.
Dude,
Oh,
yes. Dude, it was the first day that happened, and we were asking, do seniors leave at the same time or not? And she did not understand what we were saying.
She
So, like,
thought, because she teaches freshmen. I think she had the freshman chemistry.
yes, it was
class.
like, you guys still leave at 2:30.
She's like, you guys are leaving at 2:30. I'm like, we're seniors. No, we do
We
not.
leave at 10:51.
Yeah,
We're not
like-
staying until 2:30.
But, like, so she didn't understand it. So,
That's
so we,
understandable though.
yeah, so we just, like, we were going back and forth in our advisory forever trying
Yeah,
to figure
she's
out
on
what
one end of the scale. Y'all are all the way up here.
Yeah,
And leaving
she-
at before 11. She's like, I thought y'all were still freshmen. What's going on here? This guy's got a beard. How's he?
Do you feel like you were well prepared to like go into work and like, I don't know,
Yeah, I feel
stuff
like
like that?
Yeah, I feel like I was, but mainly because, like, towards like the last like month or 2 of like senior year, I would go in like right after I get out, I would go right into work and so forth.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say.
So it kind of like prepared me to jump into my job.
Yeah.
especially because my job, it takes, like you need to have a little bit of knowledge to be able to, key in all the fittings and all the equipment and all that. But I feel like I definitely.
Is there any advice you'd give to even on your side as being a student athlete? Like this, I really want you to answer. Any advice you'd give to people who are seniors right now who are about to go into college?
I would just say take in every moment just because it goes by super fast. Like I know it's probably cliche when our parents say it, but it's so true. It goes by really fast. But also just make sure that try to focus on your grades, especially now in the last half of your year, because sometimes, like, if you're like myself, COVID, like, ruined everything for me. So I really had to make up for it over the next 3 years. So just try to, buckle down and do what you can for the last half.
Now, what about advice for college specifically?
Just
like
go
first starting out in college.
Yeah, I mean, just go into it with an open mind. It's so different than high school, like, just because you don't have that group of friends to lean on and you don't really know any of the administrators there. So really just go into it with an open mind and do not get stressed out within the first 2 weeks and drop a class, because I promise
That's good advice.
Yeah, like you'll get the feeling of it, but don't drop the class. I mean, I know everyone wants to because it's free and you don't want to pay to drop a class after that, but don't do it.
Y'all can drop classes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you drop it after a certain time, you have to pay like half of the cost, and if you drop it after a certain time, you have to pay the full cost, even though you don't get the credit because you dropped it, obviously. But if you drop in the first 2 weeks or whatever, you don't have to pay for it.
Yeah.
But no, I agree with that piece of advice. Not dropping
and
it.
just like turning your assignments in on time, like something's better than nothing. And honestly,
Dude, that's like a 30% today. No joke.
Oh my god.
I'm not keeping that in, so bro, because I had a 79 in the class, which is passing. Then I took my 30%, and now because it was due tonight. So what did I want, a 50 or a 60? Yeah, but like then I get a 30.
Yeah.
That's better than a 0, and now I have a 78. So be it. My class ends in 4 weeks.
Okay, guys, the 70 is better than a 0.
Absolutely, all day, every day.
Yes, it is.
That's another
something
thing. If you're in high school, you're like the grading system changes. Okay, don't think you're gonna pass with straight D's and stuff anymore.
No, you
You need a C, bro.
No, yeah, your 70s are C's, and then
I'm
you're
talking
at an F after that. So D's don't exist.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, people were like flying by with that. That doesn't work anymore.
I'd say one of the biggest pieces of advice I think that's helped me enjoy my college experience so far is making friends in all my classes. Like I know that sounds very cliche, but literally just talk to the person next to you, and it can be the dumbest conversation you've ever started to start the first conversation. But bro, they're there with the same annoying mindset you are. You're like, oh, I don't want to be here. They're thinking the same thing, bro.
Exactly.
So just look like when somebody asks a dumb question, just look at the dude beside you, and be like, bro, come on, like come on, and then they're gonna laugh and think.
Just like that is the guy next to you.
So like I made friends in my classes, so it's like okay, like I work with multiple people in my classes too, so it makes it really easy. So it's like I made friends with my teacher, as weird as that is. So it's like you literally go in and me and the girl beside me are talking to the teacher before the class, all three of us having a conversation. So it feels like high school in that environment. So
I have a question, like in your classes, like do you guys like is it mainly just like people that are around our age, or do you have people that are older?
Heck no.
That's the funny thing about like a community college is you have like those older generation people like coming in and still taking classes. Like I think I have a math for teachers 1 class with like.
I have a lady who's 60.
Oh, so like really
60-year-old in there.
Yeah, she told the class she had to go back for a degree. So I don't know if she got a new job that needed this degree, or if just now all of a sudden they want a degree. But I would quit the job.
No, you're gonna see different age groups and everything.
Yeah, I can relate to that because at my work, I'm the youngest person at my work.
By a good couple years, I would say.
Yeah, I mean the guy that's older than me is 21 or 22. So like I'm talking to on the inside sales, and they're 60, 50, 38.
They're supporting their family. Joe's are just
they're
trying to get a paycheck for some gas money too, but he's just chilling.
Yeah, they're over there working their full-time job here, and then they're going to a part-time job. I'm over here just like
trying to make the ends meet. Joe's just chilling with one.
But it's definitely cool because you see people. I mean, I see people from all walks of life. Like they're from all ages, and it's interesting just to have like that. Like family, like my work feels like a family because like we're only like 40 employees, but
there's a lot. But it's a lot easier to say when you're a family when you're a lot smaller.
Everybody's like close knit, you know, like when you call them, they're like, "Hey, how you doing?" You know, like it just feels like.
See, that's the part I miss about high school. Seeing everybody, and I always tried to talk to. I was really big on this because when I was a kid, I was very antisocial. Like I was on, we all know, I was on the ADHD medicine, like that whole story. So like I know what it feels like to be the one in the room that nobody goes out of their way to speak to. So my biggest thing was make an impact on others when you're there and make an impact when you've left. So, which I told you this earlier, I'm literally speaking at the Honor Society induction on Thursday. So in a couple of weeks.
Really?
Wow,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
That's actually cool.
Like I'm the guest
That's
speaker.
awesome.
So like they're gonna go. And we have our guest speaker today. He was a graduate from Laurel High School. He was an active member in the Honor Society. Like, and then they're gonna say Landon Tripp, and I'm gonna be like, bro, that's kind of cool. Actually.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's really
So I'm gonna be talking about obviously the core values of Honor Society, but I'm gonna talk about like this idea of let me not leak my whole script, but I'm gonna be talking about. I'm gonna talk about burying your dream and what made you bury it, and then how to unbury it, and how to uncover that and reignite your dream, and then when you leave these doors, to go and actually re-chase this dream that you had when you were a kid. So it should be pretty good. But a few different questions as we kind of start to wrap this up that I actually got when I posted them on Instagram. How does it feel to be free in the world? Because obviously high school you're not free.
Free as in you can do whatever you want type of thing.
Yeah.
I guess good. I mean, there's no other way to put it. You can do what you want whenever you want.
No stressing. I have to get up at a certain time. I don't know. Maybe you have that, but
Yeah, I definitely have that, but
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it depends on the day, what the work needs to be done or whatever.
Yeah, it's not really like a stress of I have to wake up at 5:30. It's more of a okay.
I'm waking up now to go to work to get paid
I'm waking up to go
to
to
do
work
something I might like.
until 4, and then I can come home and do what I gotta do. I mean, you know, I don't.
yeah.
It's yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I kind of feel like, am I really free, you know, with being in college? Because, like, you still have a lot of responsibilities. And plus, like, and even for you guys, you might be able to relate to this, but, like, I feel like our community has a big, like, in our, like, families have played a big role into that. Because,
Absolutely.
like, my family has always pushed college. So, you know, when I graduated, I never really thought about working because all I knew was, like, okay, I'm going to go to college
As soon as you
somewhere.
graduate,
Yeah.
right
Yeah,
into
so
college. Yeah.
technically, like, I'm free, but I'm not because I still have to, you know,
You
meet
still have
those standards.
Yeah,
you know?
these expectations.
Exactly.
Yeah,
There's
expectations.
I got you. Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know. You're kind of free, but you're not.
Yeah,
you
like
know.
my dad always told me, do what you love. Don't do it because of how much you get paid. Do it because you enjoy it.
Yeah.
He's,
Then it won't be.
you know,
They
like
won't be working.
Yeah, like he always told me, if you want to go to college, you can go to college. If you don't, you don't.
And that's another thing. Like if you know you decide to go to college, like don't go in there with this mindset of okay, I'm gonna go in, get this degree, and be done because things are gonna change. You know, like Tripp, like you were supposed to go to Way College, now you're here, like things have changed, but you're accepting it, you're doing great. And like for me, like I wanted to be a mortician. We're not gonna get into what that is or why.
Wow, I don't think anybody knew about that. Did
I
you?
don't even know what that is.
I didn't even know that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Trying to cut up the dead people over here. Good on you. All right.
Alright, there
Yeah,
we go.
I wanted to do that, but then I switched and everything, and now I want to be a teacher. So just have an open mind.
crazy
and, like,
switch.
it is.
Cutting up a dead
Two
people and
different
teaching little
fields,
kids.
yeah.
That's a big one.
But hey, you know what? I've had my classroom observations and I loved it. So
Cool.
There you go.
Different question. Shout out to Nazir for this, and I might actually post this as a clip if I can get a really good one, because this is a really good question. What are you doing daily to become the best version of yourselves?
Trying to learn something new every day. Because a little bit every day goes a long way at the end of the
A
week.
daily
at
win
the end of
stacks
the month.
up.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you end the day with doing one good thing, even if it's giving a
Something-
homeless guy $5 or
Minimal.
doing something at
Still
work
food.
or putting the extra effort into your assignment, as long as you do something that makes you feel better, I feel like at the end of the day,
Yeah.
every day, that's
Yeah.
what's
And
important.
eventually somebody will notice that you're putting in a little bit more effort.
Yeah.
100%,
That you're
100%.
trying a little harder.
And bro, like this is good. Like going back through, like I'll get my Snapchat memories now, like from a year ago,
Yeah,
and I'm a whole
sure.
different person than I am a year ago, simply because on a daily I would go, okay, Landon, you have this to do today, this to do, and normally it's not 1, 2 things. It's like 4, 5, 6 things I have to do. Like on a typical day now, I'll wake up at like 9. I want to get up earlier and fix my schedule, but I'll get up. But like that, which is why I get up late, because I can. So I'll get up at like 9. I'll go to the chicken houses after I eat a little bit. Go to the chicken houses, come home, shower, go to the gym, come home, do some schoolwork if I have something to do. Then if I go to Roadhouse, I'm at Roadhouse, and if not, I'll try and get on the game or relax or do something. Just now, started playing the game again, but basically like. Or like watch the football game tonight or do something like that. But in addition to the gym, it's like in that afternoon period, it's like, okay, let's get a video up. let's do this. So now it's like, okay, I've gone to the gym, I've gone to the chicken houses, I've gone to Roadhouse, I've gotten a video up, all in this aspect, and I've done schoolwork. I don't think I said that. So it's like, okay, I've done all these things now. So that's what I'd say I do, because now it's like, okay, you've bettered yourself because you've developed discipline to go to the chicken houses. Why would you want to do that? You've gone to discipline to go to the gym. There you go. You have to find time to eat and try and eat halfway decent. There you go.
Yeah.
To accomplish your goals now, and you're in the gym journey if you're going to eat right. You go to Roadhouse at night for 5, 6, 7 hours depending on the night. Sometimes it's longer than that.
And then on top of all of that, you create and post a video.
And I'm a full-time student.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like
There's
that's
a lot
crazy
on the
work.
plate, but you do enjoy most of it. I would say.
And I see what you mean. I feel like that builds your character and makes you stronger to be able to actually like withstand things and.
yeah, because I remember,
Actually
dude,
has
I remember the looks on people's faces. I didn't tell many people what I was going to be doing this fall, which is all 5 of the things I just named. And I remember, like, the few people I did, their jaws would be like drop and be like, bro, that's a lot. Like, can you do that? And I'd be like, yeah, absolutely, I can.
Yeah, because
But-
I got that
you're
covered.
to it.
Yeah, because, and I agree that, like, I set my mind to it, but I processed it before I was in the time, and before school started, before I was deep into the videos. I remember being like, okay, well, I had surgery, so it's going to be like, all right, with the gym, we'll slowly with that. So, let's go like 3 days a week, or let's start with PT. Let's go back to that. We'll start with PT. Let's go to the gym 3 days a week. Now let's start training harder these 3 days. Now let's start going 4 to 5, right? So I slowly did that. The videos, we slowly went from videos on my phone, on TikTok, right, to now we're filming a podcast. So slow progression there. Roadhouse, slow progression. Now I'm serving, and now I'm serving a little bit more, right? Slow progression here. Chickens has always been the same. But I'm big on this. Slowly adding more is the best way to do it, because
I agree,
It adds up very quickly.
you go from not being able to go to the gym at all to now you're going 3 days a week. All of a sudden, you're going 5 days a week and you're training hard.
Mm-hmm.
And just because I did it very smartly. I went from, okay, I'm only doing PT twice a week. I'm doing PT once a week. I'm go to the gym 3 days a week, but we're not going to train too hard yet. Now it's like, okay, we're still going to go 3 days a week, but we're going to train harder, right? Yeah. Now it's, okay, let's go 4 to 5. And then let's go 4 to 5 and let's train hard. So it's the slowly increasing your workload, I think, does wonders.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, my question is, like, what kind of helped you stay motivated for all of that? Because it would have been so easy to say, you know what, like, I have too much on my plate, like, I'm going to drop something, like, if it was me, I could say, like, you know what, like, school's too hard, I'm going to drop softball, or, this or that. Like, how did you stay motivated to, like, keep pushing through it to get to where you're at today?
That's a great question. I think it's going to be the school closing, because when the school closed, that was my switch all in social media.
It was a wake up.
Mm-hmm.
It was not really just a wake up, but it was social media, you're all in. Because as soon as that school closed, I remember, as weird as it is, being excited, bro. Because I was like, dude, like, I know that sounds so dumb, but I remember being like, dude, I can literally be a full-time student. Most of my work will be online. I can grind the social media whenever I want. I can get videos up, and because I love to do that. Yeah. I can go to the gym when I want, right? I can go to the chicken houses somewhere between 10 and 3, but I still when I want, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And all of this now is on my own time schedule. So I would say when that school closed, this was like I'm all in now, and I'm all into what I want to do.
Like, you think one door closed and 10 more opened up for you?
Just like that. So I would say that. The other way, I've always just been very independent and hardworking. Like, nobody wakes me up and goes, Landon, you have to do this today. I don't care if you want to do it. I just always had that, like, I think my dad kind of put that in me. Because, like, when I was younger, I'd be like, yo, Dad, can you do this for me? No, do it yourself. Like, as bad as that sounds. But, like, he wasn't disrespectful about it. He'd be like, no, like, you can do that yourself. And if not, he would teach me how to do it. But he would make me stand there when he's showing me. Mm-hmm. So now I'm a very independent, very productive 18-year-old. And it's like, how do you balance all that? Because, like I said, I was very smart. I'm very smart about the way I do things. So it wasn't like, oh my gosh, I have all this and I can't do it. I would, like I said, slowly add it. So before school, I was adding the gym. Then I was slowly adding social media. Then I was slowly adding, okay, college now, so we're going to slowly add that. And then I was going to wait till I had that to finally train to be a server. So I did it all very smartly, and now it's like I'm handling all this, and I didn't even know it was possible before.
I think the slowness to it helps you normalize it.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, wow, this is my regular day.
This is just what I do now.
Yeah, like in my case, I feel like and especially in yours, like you can't just pile everything onto you at one time.
You won't be able to sort it
No.
out.
No, you're an
You
idiot.
gotta
And, like-
slowly put it all together.
Like with me, like my boss always said, or still says, he's like, I can't teach you everything in one day because you're gonna leave his doors without remembering anything.
You're not gonna remember
He
all
goes,
of it. You're not gonna remember any of it.
Exactly, but he goes, if I can guarantee that you walked out that door learning one thing new every day, you're set.
In a year, think about
Yeah.
that. It's because this is the other thing. We in our generation, dude. We're gonna wrap this up, but we're so caught in this like I have to get it now. I have to get it tomorrow. Like even a month from now, it's like, bro, I just can't wait that long.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh, I need my paycheck this week. I need this paycheck this day. Like we just get so caught up, we forget this. Like if you train softball 365 days a year, you know how much better you're gonna be from day 1 to day 365. If you work and learn something new every day from
Every
day
day.
1 to day 365, you know how much smarter you're gonna be. You know how many more sales you're gonna have.
Like-
You know how much more popcorn you're gonna be able to sell.
Right? Yeah.
Like, bro, you know how much better at my content I'm gonna be? How many more? Not necessarily how many videos I'm gonna produce, but the quality.
Quality
of
would
it,
be
there we
a lot
go.
better.
Is gonna be a lot better now in 365 days because I learned something new every day.
Yep. And like I feel like with me, it's like at first I was so concerned. I was like, oh, I don't think I'm gonna be able to learn all this. This is too much. This is a lot. But as day,
You, like, slow it
and
down.
day went
Slow it
by,
down.
I remember I'd take something new. I'd learn something new. I'd take this fact I learned from a contractor. I would learn this, that, and eventually, now I'm able to formulate my own like decisions, answer people's questions when they call in without having to go to my boss and saying, "Hey, what's this? What's that?"
Yeah.
But that took me 4 months to gain. But every day I always try to learn something new, which I feel like just made it 1,000 times easier.
Yeah. So slow progression is huge. Inside of high school, you can use that. Outside of high school, you can use that. You can use that.
It's applicable anyway.
Yeah, literally. But yeah, I mean, anything else you guys gotta add?
Not really. I mean, just
No, you covered pretty much everything,
I
really.
think we hit about every good.
Yeah.
And new stuff too with the questions you put on there. Do you have any more or no?
Nah. Most of it was about how college is and life, like freedom in life. What are you doing daily to better yourself, and just how's college in general was the 3 big ones. So, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening. And this one was a lot more laid back. We didn't have too many notes going into it. We just
None
wanted it
at
to
all.
be, I mean,
None.
Besides,
We have a whiteboard with 4 points on it.
leak our script. But yeah, we didn't have much scripted, so it was kind of more laid back. Talk about after high school. If you're a senior, this should be really. I'm hoping this was really helpful for you. Just remember that slow progression. Remember to let people have an impact on you, and remember that the high school stress and work stress is a little bit different, but it all adds to you as a person and your character. So, thank you again for listening, and we'll see you next time.